Hi guys, I'm Annie Wang and I'm one of the co-founders, the CTO and creative director of hercampus.com, and I'm here today to tell you guys a little bit more about Her Campus and answer some of your questions. To start off, I guess I'll just give you a brief intro of what Her Campus is and how we got started. So, Her Campus is an online magazine for college women, and we provide national content in all your typical women's magazine topics like style, health, love, and career. And we also provide individualized content that is produced by campus correspondents located at colleges across the country. Um, and the way we kind of got started was the three of us, the co-founders, Stephanie Kaplan, Windsor Hanger, and myself, we met while we were running a publication at Harvard called Freeze College Magazine. And the story of how I got involved with Freeze is funny. I actually was contacted by a senior at Harvard before I even got to Harvard, and she basically asked me if I would create the website for this publication. I had listed web design as one of my interests on my Facebook, and I guess that's how she found me. I started working on Freeze before I even got to Harvard, and um, at that point in my freshman year, Windsor, Stephanie, and I kind of took over leadership of Freeze. And Freeze is kind of a fashion and lifestyle magazine for college women that was located just at Harvard. And at the time, it was just a print publication that came out once annually and, had a limited readership because it was in print. And when we took over Freeze, we transitioned it to an online publication exclusively so that we could really reach a broader audience. And we saw a lot of success with Freeze at Harvard. Um, One of our contests called Mr. Harvard Freshman was very, very successful, and the contestants, it was kind of like a male beauty pageant, I suppose, but the contestants started receiving votes from, all over, not just from Harvard, but from their home countries. We got a lot of votes from Saudi Arabia, for instance, and we really saw that the freeze model was successful, that there was really a need for media that targets the 18 to 24-year-old woman, where before there really wasn't something in the marketplace addressing this specific need. So if you think about it, as a college woman, you have kind of two options in print. You can read 17, which is a little too young for you, or you can read something like Marie Claire or Glamour, which is just a little bit too old. And there's nothing that really speaks directly to your demographic. There's nothing that, where 100% of the content is directed towards you and is something that you really want to be reading. Um, and so that's kind of what we saw at Harvard, that Freeze was extremely successful because we were targeting this exact demographic. And we thought that it would be a shame for something like Freeze to be only successful at Harvard. And we thought that it should really be offered nationwide as something that girls from colleges across the country could read. So with this, riding on the success of Freeze, we decided to um, start Her Campus, which was to be a national online magazine for college women that had this national content, as well as the individualized college-specific content that was really very, very successful. So we entered a business plan competition at Harvard called the I3 Innovation Challenge, and we won one of the awards in March 2009. Um, and basically, after that, we decided to um, live together in the summer of 2009 in New York City. So Stephanie, Windsor, and Annie in a tiny, tiny apartment in New York City, working on our own internships during the day. But during the night, we really brainstormed a lot about Her Campus and kind of refined our business plan. In that summer, I basically learned how to build this really complicated website that would need to be able to deliver content very seamlessly across all of our campuses and also allow for, uploading by 70 different people at the same time. So that was a challenge, but we kind of pushed through and um, just put out our website in September of 2009, kind of concurrent with the launch of the school year. And that's kind of where Her Campus started. After that, we were actually all students at Harvard still. So Stephanie and Windsor are a class of 2010, and they just graduated this past May. I'm actually a year younger, so at the time when we launched, I was a junior. So our whole first year, we were still in school, and that was very challenging. But now we're all working on it full time. I actually just decided to take a leave of absence and have been working full time for Her Campus for the past month and a half. So that's kind of how we got started, and I guess I'll be looking at the questions now.